Do you want to make your man miss you so deeply that it hurts? Do you want him to feel so incredibly overwhelmed with desire for you that he can't wait to have you back in his arms? Today, we are going to reveal the top 8 ways to make him miss you and desire you. Some of these will be a little shocking to you, but they are based on proven psychological principles that trigger many of his natural companionship craving instincts and make him desperate to be with you. Plus, coming up, we'll tell you how you can get a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This gift is all yours, completely free of charge, so stay tuned to find out how you can get your hands on it. But for now, let's begin the countdown of the top 8 ways to make him miss you and desire you. Number 8, make him feel like a hero. Men are not overly complicated. They are attracted by women who are confident in themselves, who have a warm sense of humour, and who make them feel valuable. That feeling of value comes from being the hero to a woman of value. Remember that, not the hero to any woman. Not the hero to a woman who doesn't value herself. He craves that feeling to be a vital part of the life of a high-value woman. Someone who knows her own self-worth and won't settle for just any man. It makes them feel masculine, important, and worthy. The human brain is hardwired. While we may not be in the Stone Age anymore, we are still ingrained with the same traits and instincts as our ancestors. And the male brain is wired to take care of his tribe by providing them with the essentials for survival. It is their primal instinct to protect and to keep their loved ones safe from any threats. They must appear to look like the hero and then feel respected for their hard-earned efforts. Imagine this. You're cooking dinner and you're struggling to open a jar. You kindly ask your man to help. What does he do? He quickly steps in, happy to help, and opens the jar with ease. You thank him for his help. He smiles and continues with what he was doing. Sounds too small and silly to have any effect, right? Well, no. Even though this was a small act, he still has a little pep in his step that he was able to help you with something you were struggling with, and that you were appreciative of his help. Several studies have shown us that testosterone in a man is what makes him want to shield and protect his mate. Like mentioned before, men have the urge to ensure that their loved ones are safe from harm, as they feel it's their duty and responsibility to ensure their well-being is looked after. But in our modern-day relationships, there is often a lot of ridicule when partners are made to feel useless, rather than needed. When a woman can let her man feel like he is useful and wanted in the relationship, it can really go a long way. This doesn't mean you need to stop being confident and self-sufficient either. Oftentimes, women don't like to let their partner protect them, as they want to be seen as capable of achieving everything on their own. However, it's important to know that allowing him to be the hero sometimes doesn't mean that he thinks you are incapable of looking after yourself. Instead, it means he feels you are worth protecting. He sees you as something valuable that he must not ever get in harm's way. By making him feel like a hero will result in him feeling so powerfully drawn to you. And just by giving into his desire to be your provider and protector, in return, you will see a deeper level of love and respect. Next time you could do with some help, turn to your partner. Whether it's lifting something heavy for you or asking for advice on a problem you're struggling with, by just giving into his desire to be your provider and protector, you will see a deeper level of love and respect begin to form. Okay, let's move on to number 7, increase his dopamine levels. Do you want to increase his happiness and level of excitement when he's with you so that he craves to be around you more? Well, then you need to know about the hormone dopamine and how you can use this to your advantage. Dopamine is the feel-good hormone that is needed in order to be attracted to another person. It is a chemical created in the brain that is released when we do something that feels good. For example, being with someone you love or having sex. Dopamine gives us drive, zest for life, and enjoyment. Think of it as the reward center of the brain. And as dopamine is linked to motivation and reward, it can create the feeling to pursue and have the drive to be with who they love. So, how can you increase the levels of dopamine to make him desire you more? It's actually pretty easy. When you're together, think thrilling and adventurous. Research has suggested that doing something new and exciting helps us to release dopamine as a reward, which then encourages us to find out more. Something that is thrilling, such as roller coaster rides, for example, can cause dopamine levels to rise. But don't worry, it doesn't have to be complicated or as thrilling as being on a roller coaster if that's not your thing. It could be as easy as a beautiful scenic hike, a day trip to a town you haven't visited, or trying a new hobby together. And what happens now? Well, he is doing something pleasurable and exciting with you, causing a spike in dopamine to reward his body. And these feel-good effects are happening with you by his side. People will always be naturally drawn to activities that will increase their dopamine levels. You can help increase that feel-good hormone when he's with you, and he'll be coming back begging for more. Before we continue, we want to give you a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This amazing report is a must-have, and it's all yours completely free of charge. Simply click on the link below in the description to claim your free gift. Okay, next up on our list is number 6, increase oxytocin levels. Just like our previously mentioned hormone, dopamine, oxytocin is also naturally occurring within our bodies and is released from the brain. Oxytocin promotes bonding and is commonly known as the love hormone. Did you know that in order for this hormone to be released from the brain, oxytocin needs to be stimulated by physical touch? Think about this for a moment. How does it feel when you receive a warm hug from an old friend? Or when a loved one is squeezing your hand for support? Or a high five from a team member after winning the game? In whatever form it's received, a simple touch simply feels good. And not only that, research has shown us that this powerful hormone does wonders for your health too. It has the ability to decrease stress, lower heart rate, lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, and improve depression. But how does oxytocin affect our romantic relationships? A study undertaken by experimental psychologist Dr. Matt Hertenstein found that oxytocin affects our trust behaviours. It really lays the biological foundation and structure for connecting to other people, Hertenstein says. Activating this powerful hormone goes way beyond having sex too. Hand-holding, hugging, cuddling on the couch, and massage will also trigger oxytocin in the brain to be released. Now that you understand the importance of oxytocin in a relationship, you will never underestimate the simple power of touch again. Okay, time for a challenge. Can you fill in the blanks? Trigger a blank. Think you know what it is? All will be revealed at number 3 on our list, so stay tuned to find out. Number 5, spend time apart. While you may wish to spend every waking moment with your other half, it actually isn't healthy and can cause the relationship to become boring and stale. It is vital that you spend time apart from each other if you want the relationship to truly flourish. A relationship that doesn't allow each person to have their own interests and commitment is almost certainly going to fail. Men hate women who are clingy. They need to feel that there is room to breathe and that they have opportunities to bond with others or simply to be alone. If they don't get this, they will feel suffocated and trapped, which will only cause the relationship to crash and burn one way or another. Psychologist Dr. Terry Orbuch was involved in a study called the Early Years of Marriage Project. In this study, the team followed 373 married couples for over 25 years. Her research showed that in this time, 29% of the couples found that they didn't have adequate space from their spouse. Surprisingly, only 6% stated they were unhappy with their sex lives, proving that time apart from each other was more important than what was going on in the bedroom. So now you know that being together all the time isn't good for the relationship, but what are the benefits of time apart? Having space strengthens the relationship by fostering independence and keeps the relationship fresh and healthy. Time apart helps you to see yourself as an individual and not only look at yourself as who you are in the relationship. You should always be striving to grow as an individual and together in a relationship. By having some alone time and accomplishing things on your own, you're allowing yourself to do so, and that's extremely important. Why not encourage a man to have a night with the boys, or to engage in his hobbies on the weekend? You'll both reap the benefits and have some healthy time apart. Let him have his own time and ensure that you do the same for yourself. Plus, time apart makes the time you have together that much sweeter. As the saying goes, absence makes the heart grow fonder. You'll give him a chance to miss you, and the time you do spend together will be that much more enjoyable. Do you ensure you and your partner have time apart? How has it affected your relationship? Tell us in the comments below. Number 4, show him you're supportive. Having a supportive partner isn't something only women desire in a relationship. Men crave this attribute, and it's important to them too. We all need a certain level of emotional safety in a relationship. Although it's not said out loud, "Will you be there for me when I really need you?" is often something men question and need proved to them. Trust and support is the foundation for a solid relationship. It is absolutely essential, and without it, the relationship is likely to collapse. In order for any man to truly fall for someone, he has to feel that she has his back no matter what. He must feel he can count on you, whether it be to get through small and stressful days or bigger life events. Imagine this. Your partner comes home from work one day, clearly stressed and uptight after a challenging day at work. You direct him to the couch and tell him to put his feet up and relax. You fetch him a drink and sit with him, ready to listen if he needs to debrief on his day. What is the result of these simple actions? He feels loved, he feels important. And most of all, he feels that the one he chose to be with will support him, no matter what. And in return, he will want to support you too. When he's going through any form of crisis in his life, or he needs a cheerleader to help him reach his goals, show him you are there ready to support him. Listening to him, offering help, and dropping what you are doing to be by his side will really speak volumes to him. Doing this makes him feel you are stable, reliable, and that he can really be his true self around you. Providing support makes him feel like he's not alone, and that you can tackle the world together. There's no judgment and no pressure, just unconditional support. It's a pure act of love. Okay, next up, number 3, trigger a memory. In order to make him miss you, you need him to think of you when you're not around. And you can do just that by triggering a memory in his mind. Our brains are always working non-stop, and memories pop into our mind frequently throughout the course of the day. I'm sure you can relate. Have you ever had a song pop up on the radio and you immediately think of a certain person or an event in your life? Or perhaps the smell of fresh bread reminds you of your grandmother baking when you were young? Memories are so powerful, and just by triggering a memory of you means the focus is now on you, and that is exactly what you want. All you have to do is plant the seed in his mind to trigger the memory, and he will struggle to get you off his mind. I have 3 psychological tricks I want to share with you that will increase the chances that you will unexpectedly be on his mind. The first one is using the sense of smell to your advantage. Simply by wearing the same perfume each time you are together will trigger a memory in his mind that brings a sense of comfort to him. In fact, many behavioural studies prove that the way your sense of smell is wired to your brain is unique. Vivid memories are brought on by many certain smells, which will then induce memories. It's so simple, yet so effective. My next trick involves using sight and touch to trigger a memory. All you need to do is purposely leave something behind at his place, such as an item of clothing or a piece of jewellery. Imagine him heading out the door on his way to work when he sees your jacket draped over the couch. What happens? He instantly thinks of you. You may not have been on his mind a moment ago, but you definitely are now. And lastly, send him a message that reminds him of something you two did together. For example, "I just drove past the funky club we went to on our first date. That was such a good night." Or if you aren't too fresh in the relationship and have taken a few pictures together, send him a photo to make him instantly think about you. Perhaps it's one of the first photos you had together or a trip you took together with a group of friends. As long as the day the picture was taken was one he enjoyed, send it to him to brighten up his day. These tricks are all non-manipulative and very subtle and guaranteed to have a positive effect on him. Try them and see for yourself. We are nearing the end of the countdown of the top 8 ways to make him miss you and desire you. Don't forget, you can claim your free gift by clicking on the link in the description below. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Keep a level of mystery. Men love the thrill of the chase. When there is a little mystery in the relationship, it will make him fantasize and crave to know more about you. When you're being a little mysterious, it means you're not revealing everything there is to know about you. This makes him feel like he still has to figure you out and intrigues him to learn more about you. This trick isn't only for new relationships either. It works even if you've been together for years. Here's what you need to do. You need to stop revealing everything to him. There is no need to give him the ins and outs of everything you do each day. You want him to be a little curious. To explain, here's a hypothetical situation for you. Let's say your man sends you a text message asking how your day is going. You're out with your friends at the time, so you reply with a picture of you and your friends with the message, "Out with the girls, having a great time. Hope you're having a good day. Talk to you later." He is now interested to know where you are and what you are doing, and it will be on his mind until he next sees you. He'll be looking forward to seeing you and being able to fill in the blanks in his mind. Another way to pique his curiosity is to plan a date night, but don't fully reveal the plans. Ask him over a day or two ahead of time and give him a small hint as to what's in store for your date night. For example, you could send a message like this: "Hey, do you want to come over tomorrow night? I'm going to cook us something amazing for dinner. I've got something else in store for us that will be a lot of fun. You'll have to wait and see what it is." Now you have sparked his curiosity and he's excited about his upcoming date night with you. And it will be on his mind often. The goal here is to keep him guessing and leave him craving for more. Trust me, when you use mystery to your advantage, he'll be craving to know more about you and be desperate to be by your side. Okay, we've made it to number 1 on the list of the top 8 ways to make him miss you and desire you. And this one could be a little surprising to you. Let's find out what it is. Number 1. Move a little slower than he wants. Wait, in order to make him miss you, you need to move slower? I know what you're thinking, that can't be right. But in order to make him miss you and desire you even more, you have to be keeping things at a steady pace. You don't want him thinking that this relationship is all you have and that you're eager and willing to settle down and live happily ever after. Instead, you need to appear to be one step behind him in the relationship. And what's happening here is you're moving in the complete opposite direction of the overpowering, pushing him into wanting you. When he thinks that you're there for him with arms wide open, you're looking too readily available. And now he doesn't see you as being difficult to pin down and have a relationship with. Like I mentioned earlier, men actually want a chase. They want to feel like they have to work a little to have you. There is a certain added value to something that isn't easily obtainable. The chase is exciting, and once they get what they were after, men gain a sense of pride, resulting in a boost of their ego. So here's what you need to do. You need to play a little hard to get. And no, I don't mean game playing either. This isn't about messing with his mind. It's about making him feel he hasn't quite got you and he still has work to do. What I mean is, don't make yourself available to him all the time. Make plans with others instead of keeping your weekend free for him all the time. Gently tease him by giving him a kiss at the end of the day instead of spending the night. Keep him guessing about what you want in the relationship and move at a slow and steady pace. And by giving him only just enough to show that you're interested, will make him be the one to push further in the relationship. He will want to win you over and do anything to have you in his arms. Once you master this step, you'll never have a problem making men miss you or desire you ever again. That wraps up today's video on the top 8 ways to make him miss you and desire you. Don't forget, you can claim your free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you, by clicking the link in the description below. We would love for you to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for the best dating and relationship tips and tricks. Thanks for watching and see you next time.